Last call for public comment. Anybody has it, Doctor? Shitload. Huh? Shitload. Oh. All right, we'll call the meeting order. 6:01, so Scott gets ready here. All righty. Roll call, please.
Alrighty, Robertson.
Here.
Pugh. Theory.
Here.
Kramer. Here. Sandoval. Here. Nachi.
Here.
J. Frederick.
Here.
Davidson.
Here.
Hawkinson. Boone.
Here.
Weiss. Bondi. Here. Cohen. Here. Olinger. And B. Frederick.
Here.
11 members present, Mr. Chair.
All right, declare quorum. Proclamation, Sheriff.
Now session pursuant to adjournment. The Honorable Vice Chair, Brian Frederick, presiding.
All right. Pledge allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a moment of silence, please. All right, thank you. Additions to the agenda for discussion only. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. So item 14, instead of Brent, it'll be Trent. The rent, so the typo. Do we have anything else? All righty, we'll move on. We got public comment, 2 minutes. Scott will run the timer. First up, Pamela Davison.
Maybe I'll run it. 3 minutes.
If not, we'll hit it. We got 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So she starts talking, hit her.
Yep.
Are you going to show it or you just going to keep it to you? All right. Hi, I'm Pam Davidson. I am the president of the NAACP. I am an elected official as the Knox County Board, District 3. I would like to celebrate Black history by celebrating one of our own. Cicely Lee, as people call her, Mixon, was the first African-American that worked for the Sheriff Department. She worked there for 20 years and served as a cook and other things during the Sheriff Department. And I just would like to celebrate her. Some things that you might not know, but she was the first female African-American that was employed by Knox County Sheriff Department. So she retired in 1995, and I would like to say she served Knox County well. She died last year in November, but we as American history, Black history is American history, is celebrating Knox County owned Sitha Lee Nixon. Thank you.
Good. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Nick Fingera. I'm here with my colleague Andrew Hull, and we are the representatives of Cherry Grove Solar. I handed out our presentation that we gave a couple weeks ago at the zoning board hearing. Our project is located just north of Abingdon, occupying about 30 acres, owned by John Innes, who couldn't be here today for personal reasons, but he provided his letter of support. The project is intended to be a community solar project, providing 5 megawatts of clean energy to Ameren customers, while also saving them some money on their electric bills through the Illinois Shines program. We want to be good neighbors to the community, so we've included vegetative screening on all sides and have reached out to the community and the neighbors. Included in our application is a fully funded and executed interconnection agreement, a decommissioning plan, environmental studies, and financial reports estimating the tax revenue. And we're looking forward to working with the county on this. And thank you for your time. We're here to answer any questions you guys have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Shane Shields.
Is this on?
Yes, it's on.
Great.
You're good.
Good evening, board. Thank you for having me here tonight. My name is Shane Shields. I'm a director of development for Birch Creek Energy. We are the parent company of Moon Solar, the second solar case before you tonight, CU 0225. Just wanted to provide a brief overview of the project and make myself available as a resource for any questions. The Moon Solar project is 45 megawatts in size, just sort of due west of Brimfield along Knox Road, 2300 East. It is a mid-sized solar project encompassing approximately 235 acres. So you've got sort of the community solar projects, 30 to 50 acres, and you have transmission scale projects, which often take over 1,000 acres. This is kind of a middle-sized project. We're excited to bring the benefits of the project to the county and local community. In your findings of fact, you will note that at the ZBA hearing, we did have some positive testimony, both in person and through affidavits of support for the project from folks in the nearby community. And we did have expert testimony as well to speak about data and research on property value impacts and solar farms non-impact on property values. A few of the highlights of the project that we're excited to bring to the county: it's expected to contribute $19 million in regional economic growth. And the project alone will contribute $300,000 in year one tax revenue, in total over $5 million in tax revenue over the lifetime of the project. More than half of that will go directly to the school district, and the rest will go to a variety of township services like the fire district and things of that nature. So again, just wanted to provide a brief overview, introduce myself, and mention that we're excited to do business here in Knox County and happy to answer any questions. Thanks very much.
Thank you. All righty. David Amore. Good to see you.
Thank you. Go.
Maybe.
Good evening. My name is David Amore. I live at 1054 North Prairie Street in Galesburg. I'm here tonight to express my concern about item 16 on your agenda, the motion to add the new county administration building at 50 East Main Street to the county's existing performance contracting master contract. As most of you know, I served on the Knox County Board from 2016 to 2022, the last 4 years as vice chair of the board. I was closely involved with the initial creation of the performance contract agreement with MSI and their subsidiary Base 2 Group. I was also involved a couple of years before with an earlier performance contracting proposal from another vendor, which was shot down by the Republican members of this board with no discussion, refusing even a feasibility study. It was clear then, and it's even clearer now, that that first performance contracting proposal was defeated in order to clear the way for a local vendor to step in. And in fact, a couple of weeks later, I got a call from the owner of MSI, who over coffee at Innkeepers pitched to me that that company was ready and able to do this work for the county. Nothing came of it at that time. But a couple of years later, when it became clear that the county jail needed urgent, immediate attention, we did enter into a performance contract-based agreement with MSI to evaluate the physical condition, not only of the jail, but also the county's other major buildings, the nursing home and the Mary Davis home, and also for them to serve as, in effect, the general contractor for the work that the county would eventually approve. Because of the emergency situation at the jail, the county did not bid out publicly this performance contracting opportunity, a controversial decision which did not sit well with many members of the board. Since that time, the county has spent several $1 million on equipment, labor, and professional services for work on the county jail, the nursing home, and the Mary Davis home under this agreement, all on things that are well worth doing and beneficial to the county, I will add, but also with a portion of every dollar spent going to MSI for their role as the county's general contractor. I can't say exactly what the percentage is because I don't have a copy of the contract. And once again, there's no copy in the board packet that's available to the public. MSI has had a good run for the past 3 years, but I don't think it's a good idea to stick with the same vendor for too long. Competition is a good thing, as I'm sure you'll all agree. It gives all of our local and regional vendors an opportunity to show what they can do. It demonstrates to the public that their local government is not in the business of playing favorites, and it ensures that our taxpayers' dollars are being spent wisely and efficiently. I call on this board not to approve the extension of the current performance contract to cover the new building, but instead call for a public bid for these services. Thank you.
All right, next up, Gavin Phillips.
Good evening. So actually following up on this, is the county money, taxpayer money, for all of us to pay taxes in Knox County, is it our money or is it the Benedict's? So if you go to every job and just hand it to them, where's the transparency? Where's the money coming from? You just give it to them and they get 15% on top of every bid, every job. There's no general contractor in the country that will take 15%. 6 to 8% is the percentage that you would take for dealing with everybody's money. So the county that I live in, that I pay my taxes, and I pay plenty of taxes in this county, will give them 15%. So it's no different than I went to Monday with Trent Benedict from MSI at the Mary Davis home, and all the material was already bought and paid for that they paid for to get their markup, their bullshit, whatever. How in the world is this fair for taxpayers' dollars? If you just give it to somebody and let them do it, how is this fair? I mean, honest to God, I mean, the people, the taxpayers in Knox County, where is this coming from? They just hand it. You guys have been doing it and doing it and doing it. Period. You don't have to look at me goofy, whatever, but it's a fact. You guys have just handed this to them forever. It's not right. I don't care if you're a Democratic, Republican, whatever, how it goes. It's not right. You have to have competitive bidding. If any of you guys, if every person on this board just says, you know what, MSI is the best company in the country, just don't get a bid, just have them come do our work at your houses and your families and whatever. Just do it. Don't ask for a price. Okay, then maybe you guys are all right. But if you don't do it that way and you get other people to come in to do work for you and you don't just give it to them, why are we giving it to them now? Why is it all just like handed to MSI? There's plenty of us that live in Knox County, plenty of us that give money and donate and back. It's not right. 100% it's not right. And then to put paperwork out there for them.
Next group.
Yeah, I'm Britt Ewald. I'm a business owner in Peoria, but I live in Knox County, and it's all with the, with MSI's, the contract that you guys have. I've been in that type of business for years. I've never seen the performance contracts like that. And the percentage that's paid does seem, as a taxpayer, very high. And as a competitor to MSI, I don't mind bidding against them. I enjoy it, actually. Trent and I get along well anyway. But to bid and then give the contract to them to manage, and then they get the percentage over top of it. It just usually that's a general contractor that we're bidding to. So they're not watching. So it'd be like me watching over his work, him watching over my work, where the general contractor normally would do that. And then if you don't do a general contractor, you normally use somebody like Cody in the back with a architect engineer firm. And I don't think their fees are nearly as high as what Knox County's paying for that type of service. So that was just nothing. I just curious. I hadn't heard about the performance bonds or the performing contract until this last week when I was up here looking at the Mary Davis job with him. And it just, as a taxpayer, it just doesn't feel quite right that it's the way it's going, but I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Cody?
Jody Scott, Regional Superintendent of Schools, have been with the Regional Office of Education for 25 years, 10 years in Knox County, and I just wanted to announce my retirement as of June 30th, 2025, and introduce you to Katie Jennings, who will be my replacement as of July 1st, 2025. So I'm gonna give her most of the time just to tell you about her.
Thank you, Jody. I have served in Knox County as an educator for the last 17 years. Very proudly do so. I am a resident of Knox County. I live in Abingdon. My children attend the Abingdon-Avon School District, and my husband is the Sergeant of Investigations at the Knox County Sheriff's Department. So we're very proud to continue to serve the county. I have worked with Jody and trained with her for the last 4 years to learn the work of the regional superintendent. And I am very excited to continue to serve the community, schools, and students in this county. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. James Burns.
I gave you guys a very long update last month. So two quick items. Thank you. I wanted to give a report on the CEO recruitment for the Knox County CEO program. So far, we visited all the schools except for Williamsfield and Galesburg Christian School. We're still working to schedule those. Applications are going well. We've got 15 applicants for the program. That's likely going to increase before the application window closes in April. Just as a reminder, we're always looking for hardworking, trustworthy students that will be either a high school junior or a high school senior this coming fall. You can either send them to our office. We'd be happy to talk to them, or they can find more information at knoxcountyilceo.com. And one of the things that we're doing now is that if students are interested in joining the program, they can come and hang out for a day and hang out with the current class and get a taste of what the program is like. Secondly, I wanted to let folks know that there is going to be a clean energy conference at Knox College. It's going to be a 2-day conference on March 20th and 21st of this year. The conference is going to focus on development issues around clean energy, as well as the impacts of renewable energy projects on communities. If you're interested in attending, you can contact Emma Thompson at Knox College. Her office line is 309-341-7121. Registration is $150 for non-students and $50 for students. So again, that's going to be on March 20th and 21st of this year at Knox College. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Sue Runyon, and I am here to speak in favor of the development of the solar project on my land in Knox County. I believe it's item 19 on the agenda. The development of this project will help ensure my farm continues to stay in the family. The farmland has been raising crops since the 1800s. A solar farm on this land will help to preserve the ground, allowing the soil to lay fallow and to regenerate. My father would be immensely proud, I'm sure, and in support of his land being used as a solar farm to produce energy for the community where he lived and worked his entire life. I felt very happy about the fact when I learned that the tax revenue will go to local schools, fire districts, and other agencies. I was a public school teacher for 35 years, so I was excited to know that the schools would be getting a benefit from this project. I believe the solar project will be good for all of us. These are some of the reasons that I'm in favor of the solar project on my land, and I hope you will agree and approve the project. Thank you.
Yep, Sean. Hi, my name is Sean. My name is Sean Pluta. I'm also here on behalf of the Moon Solar Project. It's item 19 on your agenda. I just wanted to shine a light on Missy Wheeler, Sonia Hochstetler, and your ZBA, who had to work through a probably 300-page binder that's relating to your ordinance on solar facilities. It's such a privilege to work with Missy Wheeler in particular, who developed a checklist chart that we all had to fill out to prove that we met with all of the terms of your ordinance, which we did, and she did a very thorough job looking through that, as did your ZBA, and coming to their decision to recommend approval of our project. It's a real privilege to work in a community that understands the value of solar and that also holds our feet to the fire in making sure that we correspond with all of your ordinance requirements. Thank you so much for your time, and I request that you vote yes on our project. Thanks.
All righty. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Thanks, everybody, for coming with public comment. Item 1, minutes of the last board meeting on January 29th. Need a motion to approve that. Second.
We'll put them both together.
And item 2, we'll put them together for sales tax and variance taxes for the month of November 2024 in the amounts of $148,843.09 and $37,580.62 on public safety tax in the amount of $247,622.75.
Amen.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, any questions or comments on that? All right, call to vote then, please. Anthony stuck in on you.
Anthony snuck in on me. That's right. Sneaky that way. All righty, on the consent agenda, Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
I'll have to pass. I was not here last month.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
I have to pass as I wasn't here.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B. Frederick.
Yes.
10 ayes, no nays, 2 abstentions, Mr. Chair.
All right, move on to item 3. The motion to proclaim month of March as Women's History Month. So, Josh and Mr. Anthony. Any questions or comments on this? All right. Well, Scott has the paperwork here. We'll sign and put in the file. So roll call, please.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, no nays, Mr. Chair.
Item 4, presentation annual report from the Knox County Health Department. So Michelle is coming up here to give a presentation. Thank you for being here, Michelle, and giving it.
Thank you, Brian. In your packet, as well as in front of you this morning, you have a copy of the Knox County Health Department's annual report for 2024. As part of state code that regulates health departments, we are required to present an annual report to the county board within 90 days after the close of our fiscal year. So each year in February, we bring this report to the board. And additionally, we share this with other entities in the county. It goes on our website. It goes to the elected officials in the area. And we just use it as a way to showcase trends and what we're doing and basically provide information. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Anybody have any questions for Michelle? Cheryl, go ahead.
I don't know if you're really gonna be able to answer this, but is our health department or any other health departments that you could think of, are we at any danger of losing any federal grants and WIC, which is very vital? Everybody needs to know WIC is vital for women and children. I mean, that's one I would give my life for. So, are you worried about us losing any of these, specifically women, the WIC program? Because I've been hearing a lot about SNAP and everything. So do you know anything at all, or have you heard?
We don't have any current communication. I'm not at this moment worried about any of our programs that are currently funded. I've been at the health department 25 years and there's always a little back and forth. With the political, and when elections occur, we always kind of move back and forth and everything pretty much settles out. So at this time, I know there's a lot of discussion, but I don't see anything that's real concrete of any of our programs being in danger.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to really make a statement. I think the health department is a great asset to Knox County as a whole, and even surrounding counties, because they don't have a lot of children that are on Medicaid. They are unable to go to a dentist, and they can come to Knox County and use our dentist. But most of all, I reached out to Michelle about a person that spoke Spanish and also French, and they were in there and they didn't have the contracts in their language. And I want to say kudos to you. She addressed it. She said, yes, they are the forms out there. So if we have any people that are French speaking or Spanish speaking, and they can read their language, it is there for them. And we need to let people know out there that there is the proper forms for them to make sure that they are educated on the services that they have. And I want to say thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. We also have a service called Voice, and it's a video translation service, so it's not just a hand the receiver or telephone. There's actually a physical, you can see somebody speaking so that we can have access to any language, so. It's always a difficult conversation. It takes a little more work and a little more effort, but it's a good service.
Anybody have anything else? All right, seeing nothing. Thank you, Michelle, for showing up and giving us our information. Roll call, please. Or call vote.
It's just restate.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a little rusty at this. Alrighty. I need a motion to approve appointment to London Mills Fire District, trustee Stephanie Sampson.
So, second.
All right, Josh and Rick. Alrighty. Any questions or comments on this? She had her application or her resume in the packet. Questions or comments? Call to vote then, please.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondy, Cohen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, no nays, Mr. Chair.
Alrighty, I need a motion to approve bid for landfill scale house deck replacement from Lavadier Construction for $77,000 and $352.
Second.
All right, get that?
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Bob, would you like to speak on this?
I'll be happy to.
Come out of, and Wyatt ended up here at the chairman's, or at the, for the chair.
This was an item that wasn't on our agenda originally, and the scale house deck has been in bad shape for a lot of years, and we had several people bid on it. And the low bid was Lavadier for $77,352. That allows for a $10,000 contingency. In our committee meeting, we went through it and it passed unanimously. And I guess Rod's here if you want a further explanation, but this is long overdue.
Anybody have any questions or comments on this? All right, please call to vote then.
Wait, I have a comment. Because it didn't get brought in our meeting, we couldn't vote on it this one. We had to vote on the next one.
That's why I was brought up at.
That's why it came from the chair.
That's why I come from the chair.
Okay.
We just had an explanation during our committee meeting, so that's why they asked me to speak on it.
Any other questions or comments? Please call the roll, please.
All righty, Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondy,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, no nays, Mr. Chair.
All right, we'll move on to the report on Ways and Means with myself. You guys don't get tired of hearing me talk tonight, sorry. Item 7, monthly report was in your packet. Most of our meeting was talking about the health insurance. That is item 8. They come and give a presentation about it, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So with that, I'll move on to item 8. I need a motion to approve bid and bring back for health insurance.
Make a motion.
All right, thank you. Already, Chad come and talk to us about our health insurance and going out for bid that kind of be prepared. Rates are probably going to be a lot higher than what they have been in the past. We are currently self-insured and depending how the bids come back, probably not this year, but next year we might have to look at our options of being self-insured or not, or what we need to do there because our account is slowly dwindling down and the prescriptions are killing us. So he's really going to look at that hard and see if he can help save us some money with the prescriptions. But that's what's really hitting us hard right now. We've had some big claims, but it's claims that's not stretched out over years. It's something that they'll have rectified and get healthy, and won't have to keep paying them out for years. Anybody have any questions or comments on that? All right, please call roll.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval.
Yes.
Nachi.
Yes.
J. Frederick.
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Boone.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy.
Yes.
Cohen.
Yes.
And B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, no nays, Mr. Chair.
All right, move on to item 9. I need a motion to approve animal kills for 2024.
Second.
All righty. We have none this year as never had any since I've been on the board. So that's a good thing. So any questions or comments on this? Cheryl?
Well, that night, they said that they were gonna check on one that they might have had, but they didn't know for sure. Somebody had called it in.
But that won't be in 24. This is through
For the last-
24.
okay.
That's coming up.
Okay,
That's
thank
nothing
you.
we have now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we might have one next year is what they was talking about. Any other questions or comments? Call to vote then, please.
All righty, Robertson.
Yes.
Three.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval.
Yes.
Nachi.
Yes.
J. Frederick.
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Boone.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy.
Yes.
Cohen.
No.
And B. Frederick.
Yes.
11 ayes, 1 nay, Mr. Chair.
All right, move on to item 10. I need a motion to approve contract for administrative hearing officer. All right, got it?
Yep, I'm good.
All righty. We haven't had a hearing administrator for quite a while now. Jared, this individual here, John Robertson, I think is the name. My iPad's not working, so excuse me. John Robinson's name. He is the one that currently does it for the city of Galesburg. He's their hearing officer. He's agreed to do it for us for the same price that he does it for the city of Galesburg. How Jared explained at the meeting was that this individual would look over our zoning rules and as well as other stuff we have. So it's the sheriff that they're giving out, I won't say tickets for, but administrative fines for it, and make sure we're not doing anything illegal. Then when somebody protests it, he will come back. We're having the other thing that Jared says back up in Altona, they're having zoning issues there. We cannot address them because we don't have a zoning officer to step up and do anything. I've talked to our assessor, and she wasn't involved in any of the process of getting this person, but I'm sure she could speak on the importance of it. So if you'd like to come up and speak of the importance of why we need one and kind of explain to some of the new board members and the public as what this person is doing and why you need them, please.
So with our zoning, we have chosen an adjudication section. So when there's violations in zoning, for instance, somebody builds and they haven't gotten a permit. We go out and say, hey, we post, you can't build, you didn't get your permit. They continue to build, we can turn that in. That's not the greatest example. I guess it'd be better to do, a neighbor complains because someone is piling used cars in their yard. They're just accumulating car parts in their yard. It's an eyesore, it's a problem. We have zoning rules that say that you can't have a junkyard in your yard unless you're approved to have a junkyard. So if we send a violation, they are notified that they have to clean up the issue. If they don't, it's kind of like going to court. So this person is an attorney, they're licensed. The state of Illinois has a training they're required to do to be an adjudication judge specifically. So this person got trained, our last person retired, that's why we're in need of one. Then we say, if you don't resolve the issue by said date, similar to a court case, it kind of even looks like court case paperwork, then they are to show up at a hearing with this adjudication judge who knows our zoning rules. And then we at zoning have to present what areas of our zoning we felt that they violated. Then, of course, the people can say, this is why, this is what they'll do. And then a decision is made by the adjudication judge on a fines and our ultimate goal is always just to have things cleaned up and back to where it should be. I mean, we're not looking to make money at it, but there are people who habitually do. And then decisions, if we do have fines, you know, do they pay them? And then it comes to you guys to decide from there. So adjudication judge is an integral part. We've gotten quite a few complaints. We haven't been able to move forward because if I don't have a hearing date, you know, it doesn't do any good to do it. So it'll be good to have that back.
Alrighty, Pamela, you got a question?
Yes, I truly believe we need a, judge. We had one in the past and, it was Attorney Statham Law. Yeah, and they did a wonderful job. We had in the beginning. But why didn't we put it up for bid? Why didn't we put out instead of just one person choosing who this is?
I don't have an exact answer, but my guess is, once again, I do believe, and I would need to verify, and I'm happy to verify to make clarity out of the adjudication rules, but I do believe it's the state's attorney that picks the adjudication judge. So I'm assuming that Jared got with the state's attorney and they picked the adjudication judge. It's not I don't believe it's a vote issue. And then again, that person has to go through the specific state training. So I think that is how it came about.
Okay.
I have a question.
Ms. Boone?
Actually, I want to make a motion to table this because I don't feel that I was given any adequate time to vet for conflict of interest when we have this attorney who's worked in almost every law firm in Galesburg. And
Sorry, you want to make a motion to table it?
I would like to make a motion to table.
Is there a second?
For discussion.
Second.
Alrighty, that takes precedence, so no speaking until we call it to vote.
All right, so on motion table ceases all discussion. So the vote now will be for the motion to table. Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B. Frederick.
No.
We have 11 ayes, 1 nay. Mr. Chair, the item is tabled.
Alrighty. Move on. To our Committee for Public Service.
Good evening. The Committee for Public Service met on the 17th of February. And your minutes and packets the minutes are in your packet. We have one item to look at. I would like to make a motion to approve payment in invoice for the emergency boiler replacement at the Mary Davis home. That was second? Okay. And so we'll bring, any questions?
Pamela?
I'm sorry, I was not there at that meeting. I was in Springfield. But this invoice this was the emergency, this is the same boiler that happened under the emergency several months ago?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Any other questions or comments? Please call the vote.
All righty. Robertson,
No.
Theory, Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Pass.
Nachi,
Yes.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
No.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
No.
and B. Frederick.
Yes.
8 ayes, 3 noes, 1 abstention, Mr. Chair.
Alrighty. Anything else, Kimberly?
I would just like to thank Jen Fredericks. She was our new secretary and she did a great job taking minutes. That's it.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, everybody's just clapping, but they're just happy they didn't have to do it. We'll move on to report, from infrastructure from, Mr. Bondi.
Thank you. The report is in your packet. Are there any comments or questions with the reports in the minutes? Not, I'll move ahead to the action items. Number 14 is to approve the bid for 3 years for mowing and baling at Stegall landfill by Trent Trowbridge. I'll make that in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. The bid was for $3,750 for the year. Landfill only had 2 bids to mow and bale the Stegall landfill. And again, Trowbridge was the best of the bids, $3,750. Any comments or questions? Everybody know what the Stegall landfill is? It's a joint landfill that's owned by both the city and the county that currently has EPA issues, and all we can do is mow it right now. And we do have someone trying to take a look at possibly putting a solar farm on that property, but it's a tough one to overcome, but they're looking at it. I'd ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval. Yes. Nachi,
Yes.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, no nays, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Next item is to approve the resolution for the 2025 motor fuel tax supplement maintenance section 25-000000-GM. I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Thank you. This is, let's see. I think, Ron, you may have to help me on this one. The documentation that I had is not in my packet right now. If you would, please.
Jump right up, Rob. Dwayne.
Excuse me, Dwayne.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
Privilege, Rob.
Thank you.
This is a supplemental maintenance resolution for our motor fuel tax account. If you remember last December, we approved one for 600,000 so we could buy rock salt and the day labor reimbursement. This one is in the amount of $1,024,794. And we will use this money to buy oil, rock, and other maintenance items for this year's maintenance program, which there was a map of the roads we're going to seal coat in your packet. Are there any other questions?
Thank you, Dwayne.
I've never spoke here before. This is.
You can do it again. You get the full report. All righty, any other questions or comments? All right, please call the roll.
Call the roll.
All righty, Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
J. Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Bondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
Item number 16 is to approve the amendment for performance contract, master contract to add 50 East Main Street building to the contract. I'll look for a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Pam?
First of all, I think that why are we doing a performance contract on a building that we haven't even entered? And if they say for future things, we have everything we get and we with our engineering is gonna be new. They're gonna be, the contractors, we're gonna pay an extra 15% for them to come in there. And if they do the bids, I think it's always been a conflict of interest that, Base is owned by MSI and they turn around and they bid it. And it's not even, they get no bidders, so they do the bid. So that's a conflict of interest. And more that we bid things and we have several bidders, that's better for the county and county dollars. But we should not, we haven't even entered the building, should have a performance contract done for that building. When we're in there a year or so, yes. But for now, no, it should be. And if so, if I'm one vote, which will be no. And if it is, we should put it out for bid. We should stop looping our taxpayers' money into just one company when we have several contractors from Peoria, from Galesburg to Quad Cities that should be eligible to bid on these contracts.
Anybody else? I'd ask Bob, or Cheryl, go ahead.
Is there a reason that it cannot go out for bid? I mean, obviously, there's no emergency. So what is the harm in it going out for bid? Because it is taxpayer money.
I think it's probably a good time to maybe take a double look at this, and I'd make a motion to table.
All right, on the motion to table the item, Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer,
Oh,
Sandoval. Yes. Nachi,
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
No.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
No.
Weiss. No. Mondi,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
8 ayes, 4 nays. Mr. Chair, the item is tabled.
All right. Anything else for your report, Bob?
That'll do it. Unless anybody has any other questions.
Any other questions for Bob's committee? All right, we'll move on to the Committee for Health and Human Services. Josh.
thank you, Brian, Vice Chair. My monthly report is in the packet. One thing that I'd just like to note is that Bob Lotes is retiring, and we have the GIS position post, or Bill, what'd I say? Bob, sorry. Got Bob right over there. Bill. Bill's retiring, and we do have that GIS position posted on the county website and some other places that are noted in the packet. So just wanted to make everybody aware of that. So it's kind of a unique position, in my opinion. So moving along, I'll make this in the form of a motion. Item 18 to approve case CU-01-25. It's a request for solar energy farm in the A agricultural zoning district under Appendix F, filed by the Cherry Grove Solar LLC, owned by Apex Clean Energy, along with property owners John and Kimberly Innes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, you already kind of heard a little bit in public forum about the project. It is located northeast of Abingdon. The property owners have asked for this project. Obviously adds power into the grid. So is there anybody that has any questions? Cheryl.
Okay, let's say we say yes and it gets up and running. How long does it take for any of the people that you named off to start getting an income from this?
You can come up. It's
Just hit the green button. Hit the green button again and answer a question if you may, if you would, please.
Can I ask a clarifying question? By income, do you mean for the subscription to the program?
By income, I mean, Abington will get money, the people you say, you know.
Yep.
That
And
money will
as soon as
start.
operations start. Yes, ma'am. As soon as operations start, yeah. So we'd have to still go through a building permit, which would be approved by the county. Then we would go through construction. Once we have all the approvals to begin operation, first month of operation.
Thank you.
Roughly when is it, where you think that will start?
Where do we think it's gonna start?
Construction,
It's gonna depend on a couple of approvals, but it could be
just a guess.
probably early 2027, just
Okay.
depending on how long some of the studies take to get into the building permit.
Okay, just that.
The only other thing that I would note is that the size is approximately 1 to 5 milliwatts, which would approximately powering 1,000 homes, to kind of give you an idea. That question gets asked quite often. Ms. Theory, do you have a?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
How has the community perceived this? Are there any objections? Has it been introduced?
We'll have Sonia come up and ask that or answer that question. Or unless you can.
I think that I can. They did have a hearing, and I believe there was some negotiating with one of the residents that was close to the property, and I think that issue was resolved the way I understand it.
So overall, it went in
Yes.
favor of?
Yeah, in that general location, there's really not a lot of residents around there anyways. I believe there's one to the west of where the project's gonna be, so. And I believe they were happy with the outcome of the conversation.
Okay.
Any other questions? Seeing none, clerk, take the roll.
Robertson. Yes. Theory.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval.
Yes.
Machi.
Yes.
J. Frederick.
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Boone.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy.
Yes.
Cohen.
Yes.
And B. Frederick.
Yeah.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Moving along, next item, number 19. I'll make this in the form of a motion as well. Approve case CU-02-25. This is also a request for solar energy farm in the A agricultural zoning district under Appendix F, filed by the applicant Moon Solar LLC, along with owners, or the owners Sue and Ryan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, a little bit about this project. It is, the landowner obviously already spoke during public comment. It is located north, east of Yates City on 2300 East. There's farm ground out there, really not too many residents in that area, so there wasn't a whole lot of objections or any objections, I believe, during the ZBA hearing. So does anybody have any questions? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Robertson. Yes. Theory.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval.
Yes.
Machi.
Yes.
J. Frederick.
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Boone.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy.
Yes.
Cohen.
Yes.
And B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Other thing I'd like to add, nursing home, as of today's date, they had 111 residents out there, 12 of those being on Medicare. And this month, expenses were over revenue, but that was because it was a 3 payroll month. So other than that, Jody's doing a good job out there. Appreciate everything. Same, Sonia. That's all I've got. Sure. Thank you.
Alrighty, we'll move on to external committees assigned to the board members. If you have any questions, please get a hold of them. If you have your reports from going to the meetings, please add them to get them to Scott so we can have that in the packet so we can all look at them and see what you have going on. We do have line. Okay, we do have line item changes. So item 20, I put in I'll ask for a motion to approve opening line item or opening of budget for line item changes. Rick and Bob, did you second? Okay.
Alrighty, Robertson. Yes. Theory.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval.
Yes.
Machi.
Yes.
J. Frederick.
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Boone.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy.
Yes.
Cohen.
Yes.
And B. Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
All right. Item 21, the presentation of budget line item changes.
They were all in the packet.
They were all in the packet. Anybody have any questions? We discussed them at finance. So please call it the vote then. Wait the mean, sorry.
How about a motion to approve the?
Oh, I need a motion to approve, sorry.
Change.
Motion.
Second.
All right, Cheryl Ann, Sam.
Perfect.
All right. Any
Now-
discussion on them? All right, please call a roll.
All righty. Robertson,
Yes.
Terry, Kramer,
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss. Yes. Bondy,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
Was that 21? That was just a presentation.
21 was the presentation.
So but we didn't, did we need to vote on that?
We did the presentation,
Okay.
then we just finished
Yeah.
that, so now we're on the manual checks, which.
23. Okay. Make sure there. Alrighty, item 23, need a review of manual checks issued for current cycle. A motion and a second, please.
There's no, just a presentation.
Oh, just presentation, sorry.
They're all in the packet.
I say I'm rusty. It's been a couple of years. Alrighty, they were in the packet. Any questions on them? All right, we'll go on to item 24. I need a motion to approve claims of members for per diem and mileage for the committee member meetings of February 2025, board meetings in January, and other claims for per diems and meetings. And second,
Second.
all right, Bob and Josh. Any questions or an amount is $3,915.03. No questions? Call roll, please.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi,
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss. Yes. Bondy,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
All right, item 25. I need claims against Knox County, Illinois for the periods of January 30th, 2025 through February 26th, 2025, ordering that invoices be accepted and approved, and the county clerk and county treasurer be authorized to directed to issue county warrants and the payments of the bills in aggregate amount approved by the county board, which is $1,579,794.36. Need a motion and a second, please.
Motion. Second.
Yeah, got it? All right, any questions or comments on this? All righty, call to vote then, please.
Robertson,
Yes.
Theory,
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Sandoval,
Yes.
Nachi.
Yes.
Jay Frederick,
Yes.
Davidson,
Yes.
Boone,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Bondy,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
and B Frederick.
Yes.
12 ayes, Mr. Chair.
All righty, next regular meeting will be held on Wednesday, March 26th, 2025, 6 o'clock at Galesburg City Hall, Council Chambers. Anything, quick comment, anything that was tabled tonight will be discussed next month or at the committee meetings. So if you need information to make a proper vote, get that done. So I need a motion to adjourn. All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you much.